If you've been working on your mental health, but you haven't thought about your gut, this is the conversation you've been missing. So, the gut is often called the second brain because it contains approximately 500 million neurons and produces around 95% of the body's serotonin, which is the neurotransmitter most associated with mood, emotional steadiness, and well being. Now, as remarkable as that gut produced serotonin doesn't travel directly to your brain. Your gut microbiome influences how your brain functions, so the gut isn't just reacting to your mental state, it's actively shaping it. And over 70% of your immune system actually lives in your gut. So this isn't just a digestive organ, it's really a command center for the body. And here's what really strikes me. When you study these ancient healing traditions like Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and indigenous plant medicine lineages, you notice that all of them place the gut as central to emotional and mental health. And this was long before we had the science and peer-reviewed studies to explain why. So essentially, healers, herbalists, and medicine workers were listening to the body, and the body was telling the truth. So, how exactly does the gut talk to the brain? That happens through the vagus nerve, and that's a nerve that runs from your brainstem through your heart and into your digestive system. It's a two-way communication highway. Your thoughts affect your digestion, and your digestion affects your emotions. So the vagus nerve is essential for self-regulation and healing because it calms the body, supports digestion, it's going to reduce inflammation and balance mood. Think of the gut, the brain, and the heart as a trinity, three centers of intelligence in constant conversation with each other. When they're aligned through breath, nourishment, and intentional practices, you get emotional resilience and embodied steadiness. What does support this connection? If you're a fan of fermented foods like kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi, these are going to feed your beneficial bacteria in the gut. Prebiotic foods, things that are high in fiber, fruits, vegetables, whole grains are also going to give the bacteria what they need to thrive. With polyphenol rich foods like berries, green tea, dark chocolate, and pomegranates. You also want to make sure that you eat intentionally, and that includes slowing down, chewing your food thoroughly, and eating with a sense of presence and gratitude because, believe it or not, the gut responds to how you eat just as much as to what you eat. Some holistic practices to tend to your vagus nerve are going to be deep diaphragmatic breathing, yoga, cold water on the face, and also cool showers. And this one is actually surprising. The throat muscles are directly connected to the vagus nerve. Activating your voice through singing is literally going to tone that nerve. And from an herbal perspective, ginger is one of my go-to gut allies because it supports digestion and calms inflammation in the gut lining. Slippery elm is deeply soothing. It's protective of that mucosal lining. Licorice root also supports that same lining and is good for overall digestive restoration. As a category, your herbal bitters are going to be key here because they do stimulate the vagus nerve from the gut side and prepare the digestive system to actually receive the nourishment from the foods that we eat. So I really just want you to remember that your gut isn't separate from your emotional life. Your mental health is directly related to what you eat, how you breathe, and how much chronic stress your body is carrying. It's really one intelligent, interconnected system. And when you begin to tend to it that way, some really profound shifts can happen for you. Follow along for a new wellness tip every Wednesday. And if you do want to go deeper into gut supportive herbs and practices, we have the Nutrition and Nourishment Library, as well as the Apothecary Wisdom Library inside the TNTW portal. The link for that is in the bio. And I'll see you next week.